Hey guys.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Sean and Don here.
Sean and Don.
Good morning.
If you were trying to watch us on Instagram earlier, we had some technical difficulties, so we're re-recording this video and we'll just post it everywhere and you can watch it again.
Yes.
So today we wanted to talk about, we had a couple feature things we want to talk about. First thing, our InBody scanner here.
InBody.
What is an InBody scanner?
I don't know, you tell me.
So InBody scanner is a medical grade piece of equipment. It costs more than a new car to bring in. It's, as Don pointed out, it's actually used by NASA. It's a body composition machine. And so we could see exactly your segment analysis, like how much muscle you have on your right arm compared to how much you have on your left arm, how much fat you have on your right arm to your left arm, legs, trunk, all of that stuff. We get to see your visceral your visceral fat level, and the other thing that's really important on here, your basal metabolic rate. And this is what we use a lot with nutrition consults that come in here. And your basal metabolic rate is your resting rate you need to maintain your body weight for wherever it is right now. If you did nothing, if you sat on a couch, you didn't move at all, and someone spoon-fed you food, it would take this amount of calories to maintain your body weight. Then there's a conversion that we do that helps figure out based off your activity level. And Dawn uses this quite a bit with all nutrition consults because she's able to figure out their calories and bring them into a deficit slowly and at a gradual pace that it doesn't feel like too much. So we use this all the time. Mm-hmm. We're gonna have a special for the next 2 weeks. If the cost for this right now, sale cost normally for our athletes $35, for people off the street $35. If you are a new person interested in joining, if you get a membership month to month for sure, right, we'll throw in a free InBody that first month. So we'll go over it. It's a great way to kickstart.
Yeah.
You want to talk about how
Make
you
sure
use
you
this?
mention this, that
you
you
have
saw
to
this
mention it
video.
so we know,
Yeah.
So
so good question. We use the InBody a ton here. So actually several times a week we're scanning people. Like Sean said, we do have members that are people who aren't members of the gym that do come in and use the InBody just because it's such a great tool. So why do we use it? A little bit more on that. It really gives us a picture beyond the number on the scale. So most of my clients that come in, right, they have a number that they're trying to hit and they just can't get there. But often especially after they've started a workout routine with resistance training and progressive overload, like they do in classes here, often their body's making a ton of progress, but necessarily that number isn't changing. So it helps us look behind the scenes and see what their muscle mass is, their lean muscle mass, their skeletal muscle mass, their body fat percentage, tons and tons of information that helps us individualize their nutrition plan for what their specific stats are, but also what their goals are. So first thing in a consult is that we usually schedule that first InBody with them and then go from there with that information. So it's super helpful. If you are interested in nutrition with us, let us know. We normally go in about a 12 to 14 week block with people. However, some people just need that 1 hour consult, and then we can release them with some information, and then they have the tools to go and do it on their own. So reach out if you have questions about that. We are happy to help, and we love doing that. So
really love doing that, and it's always the aha moments that I see. So Dawn works with a lot of clientele on this, and our goal is to teach you how to fish, teach you proper nutrition. It's not a diet; it's just a lifestyle. I know that gets
hate the word diet.
Hate the way, and I hate the lifestyle because people are like, I don't know how to make that a lifestyle. And that's what she does. She breaks it down by looking at what you're doing now, and it's small changes over time what makes a difference. And that's the thing that we have to remind each other all the time. It's consistency over time is where you're going to see results.
And time can be years.
So it can be years,
like,
right?
Progress is happening, but that huge transformation, it might not be, a couple months. It might be down the road where you're really seeing, all those changes too.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where people they get focused on the now, and until they look back 6 months and they see a photo, they're like, oh my goodness, I didn't even know that happened. And so it's really it's doing these body scans and learning proper nutrition, learning balance is important. In fact, I had a new athlete, not a new athlete, I had one of my athletes, he's been here for a while, but he recently got put to graveyard shift. And he's struggling trying to figure out how to get in here. He's like, yeah, I might have to pause my membership. And I said, well, we can do that. However, this is life, right? You have to figure out how to have consistency over time. So you can't wait for like this big barrier to come up and be like, I can't do it. I'm either all in or all out. You have to find consistency. And it's challenging, right? It is challenging. You don't need to work out more than an hour a day. You really don't. Unless you're competing for the game, you're a physique model or something like that. You don't need to do that. An hour a day of the right type of workout will get you your results with the right nutrition. I only work out for an hour. She only works out for an hour. We used to work out a lot longer, right? We're the same weight we were before, if not better, but we feel better too because we're not overtraining.
Mm-hmm.
So
so that brings us to kind of that next thing we wanted to talk about was misconceptions that we hear. We just kind of wanted to talk about one of our posts earlier this week in our social media. We started to talk a little bit about that misconceptions that people have in joining a gym, or our gym in particular, when they hear the word CrossFit sometimes, or boot camp. That sounds military,
when
right?
they hear the word Storm King, like, we hear Storm King is like, they're legit.
We really want to like hit those misconceptions and talk about, so what's the most common one we hear almost every day?
I have to be in shape before I start. No.
Right. I'm going to stand out because they're so fit and I am not fit. And so somehow I have to find a plan or hire a personal trainer to get me fit so that I feel like I'm not exposed and I fit in. So
Wrong. In fact,
so many levels that's wrong.
And what people don't realize until they come in, our programming is written all by us, right? All science backed. It is scientifically the best way to achieve overall fitness, the fastest way, right? So we have strength training, we use conditioning, we're multi-joint, but we create programming for every level of person. And so when they come in, all our classes, you'll see people doing different things at the same time because it's a reflection of where they're at in their fitness journey. And our jobs as trainers and your coach is to know where you're at and help you along. And we want to take you from, whatever point you're at now to whatever point you want to go to at a pace that's safe and sustainable. Right, that's the biggest thing. We don't want this quick fix. We want it to be sustainable for you. That's how we have population wellness.
Yeah.
So if you're like concerned about things, come in. I guarantee everything. I mean, everyone in here comes from different walks of life. Mm-hmm. Everyone. And
when we do consults here with new members or prospective members, we really it's helpful for you to come in and have your consult when a class is happening, because then we can show you real life. Like,
you're like, oh my goodness.
You stand and look at the class and it's like, okay, so let me show you how that workout looks different 15 different ways around the room, or 10 different ways where, and all walks of life, all stages of the journey, right? So you'll have some young, some older, some just starting out. In every class, it's going to be eclectic. So you won't be exposed. Yeah. Everyone is so supportive. And just wants to see you succeed, whatever that looks like for you.
Yeah,
so,
and they're just happy.
Best group of people
they are
you're ever going to meet.
Really the best people. And our trainers are the best on the Olympic Peninsula for movement and corrective wellness for you. I guarantee you that, right? We will spot any flaw you have and we'll work it out. And we want safe movement patterns here for you. So if you're we do all that in class. We don't have to have a personal training session with us. If you want that, we'll do it, but we'd prefer you come into our class because that's where we feel like you're going to be successful over time, right?
Yeah.
Just break down that barrier, get in here, getting connected with our community. Yeah. So let's talk about our feature product.
Feature Friday, last little thing here.
B&G. Why don't you talk about
B&G,
the importance of B&G?
B&G stands for berries and greens. So those of you out there that I know a lot of you probably already take a superfood or a green supplement and you know the benefit of that. I know probably some of you don't. However, if you are someone who does not, and most Americans do not get the appropriate amount of fruits and veggies in their diet every day. So this is one little tiny scoop, and it's just a little itty bitty scoop of this green supplement. Gives you 10 servings of organic fruits and veggies. So Driven Nutrition, that we sell these supplements in the cafe, we have fully stocked shelves. They are a clean company, right? So they use plant-based ingredients as well. If you're ever interested, definitely come in and you're welcome to look at the labels and kind of see what's in there. But this is amazing. We've just come to realize I've always used this off and on since, in the last probably 5 years, but it wasn't until recently, probably the new year, where I just felt like fiber wasn't quite where it should be for me. And I made myself a point of making sure that every single day for 2 weeks, just do an experiment on my own to see if this really made a difference. I should mention, I compared it with another one. So I bought just a superfood organic green supplement at Costco one day. And I thought, I'm just going to see the difference. So I did 2 weeks of one, 2 weeks of the other. Oh my gosh. I told Sean, I will never not take this, probably for the rest of my life. So if you have any issues with digestion, I've gotten several people around here just to kind of, would you do it for 2 weeks every day consistently, and come back and tell me if it's all in my head or if you notice it too. So probably 5 or 6 different ladies that I've had do this, and they've all come back to me and say, I will never not take that again. So wow, energy it's going to give you, but it's really just going to help you with digestion and getting that extra fiber in your diet. So, and
you like to do it, so it's got a good flavor, but with a little aminos. We have like a little lemon aminos, and we mix that in the water, and it's tasty.
It's not bad. Yeah. I've tasted a lot of green supplements over the years. Let's just say this is the best I've ever tasted. Because of the berries, it kind of help a little bit. But if you are curious or interested, I would say if you're curious about what supplements should I start with, I always get that question. I'm going to say whey protein. So a protein powder, a good clean one like we sell out here. And then this fiber supplement, totally recommend to go with it. So also, if you come in the cafe and you get our skinny greens drink, which is hugely popular, this is in it. You have collagen, you have the B&G, and you also have protein. So those drinks are about 300 calories, which is low, can be a meal, but has 35 grams of protein. So it packs a huge punch. If any of my nutrition clients are going to get a drink out in the cafe, I always say get the skinny greens. So it's really good. Feature Friday is the B&G. The shelf out in the cafe is fully stocked with this. But reach out if you have questions. Yeah, and just as we wrap up here, we have a bunch of new apparel, a bunch of new product in the cafe, a bunch of new gym apparel here. Get in here and take a look. We're open tonight till 9 in the cafe, gym as well. Cafe tomorrow till 9. We have beers, wines, and ciders. Cafe on Sunday. Just tapped a new cider yesterday out in the cafe. Yeah. It is the Pacific Pineapple from Two Towns. Right. Delicious. Anyways, yes. Happy Friday, guys. We will see you guys in the gym. See you in the cafe as well. Thanks. All right. Happy weekend.